We're ready to roll. Qualifying starting here at USA. We're well, everybody's trying to qualify, going out for it, things like that. Practice, had fun battles throughout it. Let me go ahead and actually show that real quick. Was battling a lot with Zach there at the end. That last run, me and him going side by side, battling it out, just running different lanes, things like that. But this track's racing really good. So uh, hopefully tonight we see similar deal. But you can see the moves that are hopefully happen tonight for the race. A lot of battling, a lot of crossovers, bumpers, beating and banging short track style with only a few races left to get in the playoffs. So these guys know it. They're going to be ramping up the aggression as we get a little bit later and later on in the race. But qualifying's close to ending here now. So I'm going to go ahead, take a look at that. Joey top of the board with a 1-6, an 0-1-6 there. Brian Helm with a 0-1-7. So he's just on it. Matt goes out. He runs a 9-1-4. Blistering lap time there for Matt. As well, I want to apologize at the start of this video, or this uh, stream here. My nose has been really stuffy. Been sick the last few nights, so if I sound a little bit different, that's why. So apologize there. Yeah, we're gonna be ready for it though. I'm still gonna be broadcasting and doing all that, but top of the board right now, Matt top of the board with that 10th quicker than Joey, who's in second here. A lot of fast guys. Zach, who was top of the board at the end of practice, has not qualified yet either. So these guys still waiting to qualify. Hopefully, Zach's able to get out there, run a good lap time. Them two have been the most dominant drivers, it seems like, week in and week out. So those two getting lap in, be good to see. Got Kyle Keller in here, ARCA driver. Kyle Keller, good to have him in here. His first truck race with us, I believe, as well. But I want to talk about the sponsor for this one. Let me go ahead, do this real quick. As Zach goes out and runs a 7. What a lap from Zach. That's got him on lock at the front of this field. That is a blistering lap there for Zach. Wow, that's insane. Incredible lap there by Zach. But yeah, want to give a shout out Big Country Productions by Nick. He does all of the kind of promotional videos for WTF and a lot of other things. So go check him out. Message him. He's got a YouTube Big Country 75, I think is what it is. But yeah, go check him out. He's always doing videos, making edits and things like that. So go check him out. He's always helping out with the league and things like that. So shout out to Nick. So go check him out. Big Country Productions. But yeah, he's unfortunately not here. I'm not sure what happened, but he's not here tonight for the league race. But hopefully able to get in these next 25 seconds as qualifying's going to round off here. So hopefully able to get in, defend his title as last week's winner. So if he's able to, we'll see if he's going to be able to. 9 seconds left. Don't see him popping in, so not for sure. But going into this round, it's going to be a blistering lap for Zach. He gets the pole by nearly 0.2 of a second, about 10th and a half. So awesome lap time for Zach. Goes P1 there at the end of qualifying. All right, drivers are gridded. We're about to kick off the race for 150 laps here tonight on the short tracks. It's going to be a fun one tonight. Decent sized field, a little bit smaller than what we've been having, but it's still going to put on a heck of a show. 18 cars when we get running. So we're going to be ready for it. And these guys going to put on a show. Zach, me put on a show a little bit earlier. I know a few of the guys were watching that battle. That was definitely a fun one, but we're ready to jump right into it. See Zach Grid waiting for Matt now, but this is going to be a duel for the ages. Only 2 races left to get into the playoffs, and these guys know it. A few guys starting up at the front, pretty much locked in. Brian Helm, who's starting P4 here. Joey also trying to fight his way in. So a few guys trying to work their way into the playoffs, get those last few spots, get themselves in the top 10, and be ready to get into the playoffs. But if they're not able to, that could be bad. Not what they needed to have happen here, but lights are out. We're gonna go green and be ready for the race here. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited for this. So on the pole, it's gonna be the number 55, Zach, the blue and gold KFM truck, looking good out front. To his outside, it's gonna be the 40 of Matt Frady. Very similar paint scheme to Zach, but got red on it. In row number 2, it's going to be Joey Keneally in the white and blue 03. To his outside, it's going to be Brian Helm in the 026. Row number 3, Chad Adams and Bully Chef in the 18. Row number 4, Clay Sarton on that outside in the purple and white and gold. To his inside, Kyle Keller in the 25. Next row number 5, it's going to be Brandon Bass there in 10th. To his inside, it's going to be Coltwin. His second race with us, I believe. Then we're going to have Chris Noblet, Mike Presley, Christopher Pilo, Jason Spear, Adam Newton, Fred Lester, and Jason Batsby as we round it off to get going green here for 150 laps. Place your bets now. Who you think's going to win? It can't get any more entertaining than this. WTF Racing, race number 14 at USA is green. We see the whole field there complete in lap number 1. Zach's going to take the early lead, start trying to pull away from Matt. These guys only got 3 sets of tires. And so stages going to be important too. We'll see how bad tire wear is, how much these guys save when we get running here. But a lot of cars, they're going to get single filed out, get to that bottom lane, and try to hold it. A little bit of a battle there between Kyle Keller and the 25 and Bully. Kyle able to clear, getting through turn 1. Top 3 seem pretty single filed out. Not much going on there. Brian Helm going to have a little bit of pressure and try to apply pressure to the 03, Joey Keneally. And just behind him, Chad Adams doing good there in P5 at the moment. But it's single filed out. Not much going on here. Kyle Keller slowly trying to work his way in. I know Kyle, Matt, and Chad did not get many laps there in practice there at the end. So that could come to haunt them. But they're learning on the fly and doing a good job of it so far. Let's go ahead and ride on board with the driver of the 51, Chad Adams, as he gets down on the back bumper of the 026, trying to follow him, make a pass, get to Joey. See Zach and Matt have kind of checked out ahead of this third place battle. Kind of what we've seen most of the season. Those two have been the fastest two cars. And already you see a little bit of a slip up from Brian there on that bottom lane. Got loose. Able to save it though, but that's going to open up the door. Let Chad sneak to the outside. Now Chad going to have to back off. Not going to be there. A little bit of contact for Chad getting to the wall there. But Chad going to lose a spot to Kyle there as he was trying to make a move. A little bit of further back battle for the 7th spot between Clay and Bully. Bully in the 18. Brandon Bass in the 3. Ryan is going to try to clear. Not going to be able to on the exit, but down the straightaway will. So Brandon's going to take over that 8th spot. Now another challenge. Chad's going to try to go around the outside of Kyle now. Good side-by-side battle there. So these cars and trucks, should say, can race really good on the outside line. If you're able to kind of hold them down, you can hold off a decent amount of spots and get around them. It's not too big of a deal, but once you get a little later in a run, it's a little bit harder. But these guys know it. They're taking all the chances they can, try to gain spots early, see if they're able to get up to the front of the field. But stages are going to be 35, so still a long ways to go. Stages a little bit longer, obviously short track, so not much to do there. This is the closest battle on the track so far. Kyle trying to set up a pass on Chad. Chad making sure that bottom lane, he's able to hold him off. Right on board with Kyle here on the helmet cam. Sees the Outlaw Designs 51 right in front of him. See what Kyle's doing with his hands. Kind of up the track a little bit. They're going to try to diamond it. Get a good straight exit. See Chad a little bit sideways on the exit of the corner. That could hurt your tires. Help you, hurt you there in that moment. Getting traction off the corner and hurt your tire wear for later in the run. So he's got to be careful with that. Kyle, real nice and easy as we hear on the throttle. Take a listen for a lap. Listen what he's doing with the throttle. How much tire he's got in it. We see here. I like to normally say this is how you can tell if someone's quicker. So he's going to go for a little bit of a dive going in turn 1. Got the nose there. Racing it smart. Got the nose there. On the exit of turn 2, he's going to be clear on Chad down the back straightaway. He's going to take over that 5th spot. Cal with a good move to get around Chad. Very patient with it. Was slow. Got around him. But that's a way that you can tell who's quicker on a short track and what your kind of speed is. If you're racing with a guy and able to stay on his back bumper, more than likely you are the quicker one. So that's what Kyle did. Race it smart, but just consistent, and didn't make a mistake. But there's a big battle going on here for the 8th spot between 18 Bully, 3 Brandon. This is Colton in the 22, way up the hill. And then Jason in the 29, he's going to go by Colton there. But they were battling really hard for the last few laps. I saw on the mini-map. So those 4 going hard, battling it out right now at the moment. Closing in on halfway through stage number 1 this time. Battles all the way around the racetrack. Go ahead and put the track map up. A little bit of contact there, I heard. Not for sure from what, but you see the track map so you can see where all the drivers are. As I pull that up, let's go ahead, take a blimp cam. And check out where everybody is on the track relative to everybody else. So you see a little bit of a gap between the 18 and the 19, about a corner's gap, about a straightaway, we'll say. They've kind of got it top of your screen. You see Zach there off of turn 2 down the back straightaway, just top left of your screen. Matt there. So you can see this is the black 51 on the right side of your screen is Chad, leader. Zach, the blue car, at the very bottom. So you can see the gap between them, about a straightaway lead from 1st to 7th there. Only 2 seconds, but on a short track, big gap that you have to manage. Let's go ahead and put her on the static cam for a little bit. Watch these guys blow by and do a little bit of a crank it up here. First bit of lap traffic here coming up. Chris not had the race that he's needed or wanted in 18th here. Didn't get much practice, but still making the laps, getting those points. And that was the first car that Zach had to maneuver to get through that lap traffic. But Zach looking good on the short tracks. One guy that you didn't think would be good on the short tracks. Obviously, he's an amazing driver, but not one that we've seen the last few seasons. Big, really dominating like he has tonight through the field and on the short tracks. We figured Matt, obviously a really good driver, got the most wins on the season, 4. And then Joey Canilli, who's in the 03 short track specialist. Always up there at the short tracks, getting the rhythm down. He's always quick here at these short tracks. And then Kyle Keller, obviously ARCA driver. Brian Helm, who's been quick week in and week out, got that win at Chicagoland. So Brian now feeling the pressure from Kyle as we get through turn 1 and 2 here. 10 laps to go to the stage for Zach. But Kyle's working the back bumper. Let's go ahead and watch on top of the nose cam with Kyle as he works the back bumper. One of the most satisfying things, I think, in racing is setting up that pass on a short track, getting around them, and starting to pull away. It's always one of my favorite things, just passing cars. It's always funner to start in the back, make those passes, and we're going to watch how Kyle does it. If he is able to get around the Spear Motorsports 026 and Brian. See Brian a little bit loose on entry, kind of slides up to that middle lane, but Kyle able to get nice on the power, drive straight off, stay with him. Just can't overdrive the corner and leave a gap open. See Brian just a little bit up the track. Kyle's able to turn down, get it back underneath it. See Brian deep in the corner. Kyle kind of arced it. Good runoff here for Kyle down the front straightaway. Not going to be able to get to his inside, but made a solid attempt at it there. As caution waves here on lap 28. Problems. Caution number 1 of the night at the end, or closing in on this end of stage number 1. I take a look at her here. See the 29 and 18 getting into turn number 3. Tight racing. Don't see much going on there. Not for sure what that incident was. I'm not for sure. I cannot tell what it is, what happened there. This is the only thing that I can find at the moment. So, yeah, just nice racing between them. So I'm not for sure what the cause of that caution was. I don't think I saw anybody stop on the track. But not for sure, but we'll see who comes down pit road. Doesn't look like anybody is. Most of the field going to stay out here. Few cars possibly come down pit road. Mike comes down. Anthony, I guess something problems with him. He came down on lap 1 there. But Mike, the only one in the pits, in the pit stall. Everybody so far seeming to stay out. So they all going for these strategies and staying out on the tires. Go ahead, jump in with Doug and see what he saw there. Race control, do you got a copy?
Gotcha.
What did you see that caution or what happened there?
The 85 self-spun.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I tried looking, couldn't see it. Went back and couldn't ever find it on my quick switcher, so was wondering what happened there. But thank you for clearing that up. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Race control giving us that update. Try not to breathe in the mic or nothing as much as I can. Obviously, like I said, I'm sick, trying to blow my nose, so I've been muting and stuff. So trying to sneeze, things like that. But we'll see. Should be able to get back going green here. Hopefully they double up this time. It's gonna be green, white, checkered for the stage win. If we're lucky, be able to get that finish in would be really cool. Chris and Fred should be able to get their laps back right here. No, looks like they're gonna be dropping to the back. All right, we're going to double her back up here. Now, same front row as the start of this race. But Matt, the closest he's been to Zach in the last, well, 32 laps. It's going to be another chance for him here on this restart. Stage is going to be at 35, so these guys are going to battle it out to that point. But Matt knows he's good on point. Zach locked in. No matter what, he can mess the next 2 races. And he's locked in on the point, so they don't mean it much. Joey, Brian, or at least Joey. I know Kyle's not run enough races to make it. He's too far out on points. Bully, he's looking in. Chad, he's pretty much good in the top 6 there. So, Joey, how aggressive does he get? We'll see. Top 4 all in a chat together, so we'll see on the restart here. Pace car is going to dip down. Restart here on lap 33. Zach fires back green. Good restart for Zach. Able to get clear. Everybody going to be able to get clear into turn number 1. You see a little bit of contact now. Problems on the exit of turn 2. 18-29 make contact. 18 back up the track in front of the field. 18 not holding the brake. Ends up getting into other cars. And there's big problems down the back straightaway. Contact to end the stage. Go ahead, look at this. On the exit of the corner. 18. We'll see what the call is from race control. If we get it from a chopper cam, it looks like. Yes, we can. Got all the angles tonight. Up the track, the 18 is. You see the 29 on the bottom of the racetrack. Doesn't move much. 18, 29 make contact. 29 kind of finishers off. And an 18 still not much that anybody can do. Obviously, the 18 off the brakes, still rolling, makes contact with the 85 there as he tries to scoot through. So a lot of extra cars get in contact at the end of that one. But stage winner should be Zach to win the stage. So congratulations to Zach. A few cars came down pit road there. Who's going to win the race off of pit road? Zach does. Matt next. So let's get a quick interview here with Zach. Zach, you got a copy?
Thing. Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, doing a good job of holding everybody off so far through this first stage. Matt, you all going to be on same set of tires, top 4, obviously, your teammates for tonight. But what are you looking forward to heading into stage number 2, and what have you learned from stage number 1?
Honestly, I didn't really learn a whole lot. It's going to be interesting to see if any lines actually changed throughout the race, but right now I'm just kind of running what I was running in practice and holding a gap, so I'm just going to keep doing it, and then if something changes and I lose an advantage, I'll try to go to something else and see if something else works. But all in all, the goal is just to keep my nose clean and log laps, and then when it comes down to the wire, make sure I have enough there to fight.
Yes, sir. I know not much of a challenge for you yet, but I want to ask, obviously you've been out front, so probably not much tire saving going on, but in practice, ran a few laps, and it seemed to spin the tires and kind of burn tires a little bit easier than what you might expect. How much do you think tires could come to a play at the end of that last stage, the last 35-lap run, I believe? So how much do you think tires could matter there at the last run?
Yeah, it's interesting. The percentage of fall off isn't that much, but the time fall off is quite a bit. And just keeping the heat out of the tires, I think is going to be the most important thing. You start pushing into the corner or sliding the right rear, then you're going to be at a serious disadvantage with not a lot of time to cool the tires off. So it's really just going to be about being clean and smooth over the bumps and saving your stuff for the end.
Yes, sir. Well, we'll see how well it works out for you. Hopefully, we'll be interviewing you later on, but doing a solid job of it. So, good job on work so far. Congratulations on the stage 1 win.
Thanks. We got 2 staying out here, so we'll see how this goes.
All right, a little bit of strategy. I like it. So, well, good luck.
Thanks.
Obviously, like you said, 2 cars staying out. We'll see how that works out for them. They're going to have to be very, very careful here on this restart. I don't know. EOL also 18. Race Control said that last one was only 18, so. But pace car's going to pull off. It's going to be Adam leading them back to the green. Adam and Anthony to back to the green flag to start stage number 2. Gotta have to be careful on those older tires. A few of the guys up at the top lane, they're going to get shuffled out. See Zach already trying to make a move, trying to get around Adam. He will. He's going to dive to the inside, getting into turn number 3. Kyle Keller trying to work that outside line now. He's going to get caught up by the 28 right in front of him. Not a place where he wants to be at the moment. Could lose the spot to Joey and Chad there on the bottom lane in front of him. Adam doing a solid job so far, pulling it around the outside. To see Anthony losing a little bit of time, but not hurting him too much. Could come into play later in the race. They got that extra set of tires a little bit later on that could help them. And if we get a late race yellow, they could come in, pit, take them fresh tires, and we see how well it's working out for the guys who've taken them. Top 4 at the moment have all taken tires. Only one that hasn't, the 2 and the 28 on your screen currently. So we see how much tires seem to matter. We hear Zach say that tires do seem to matter a decent amount. So everybody so far able to get through on the older tires. We'll see how it comes into play later on in the race, but everybody doing a good job getting through it the first few laps. Now back to coasting, now back to battling it out. We'll see who's going to be the quicker ones out of this top 5. Zach obviously led the whole time so far. A little bit of contact in the back. The 3 is going to be sideways down the front straightaway, able to save it. Great save by the 3. A little bit of a block there for the 22 on the 29. That is Colton and Jason there. They're all able to save it, though. Get back rolling. No harm, no foul. As the 18 trying to make his charge back through the field. But solid jobs. Everybody able to save it. Doing a good job at the moment. A little bit further up the field, Chad Adams on the back bumper of the 03 now. We'll see if he's able to. We saw kind of at the end of that stage, Chad starting to lose the rear tires. Kind of costing him. He started to burn them off just a little bit possibly. And definitely wasn't helping him there at the end. So he's trying to reel in on the back bumper of the 03, trying to use those tires early. Let's watch him work. So he's on the back bumper of them. Go right on board with Kyle, I guess, again, and see how the 4 in front of him are kind of rolling and coasting right here. We saw Kyle start to work that outside line. I think if you're racing, able to kind of stay up there, I think the top line racing-wise could come to play. As Matt makes a mistake, that's going to let the 03 get to his inside. Down the back straightaway now. Matt going to clear with a big run down the straightaway. Partly using that top line. Like I said, I think the top could come into play if you're racing late in the race, especially on older tires. That's mostly going to be who got the best tires, but it could come into play like who that run on the outside. You're able to pitch them down, could burn your tires up just a little bit from trying too much, and they'll definitely have to be smart with that. See how it works out for them, but the top line racing-wise could come into play when we get running. One guy I do want to talk about is Adam. Stayed out on that last restart. A little bit of left rear damage, but not hurting him so far. Adam and Anthony doing a great job staying inside the top 7 at the moment, but they're doing a good job on the older tires. Obviously didn't take them. Anthony pitted on lap 31, and so did Adam, so not sure if they took tires or not, but they stayed out, and they're making their tires last so far. Still a long way to go. Next yellow going to be lap 70. Chad Adams still on the back bumper of Joey Keneally. A little bit sideways down the front straightaway. Going to lose a little bit of momentum, a little bit of drive. See Matt and Zach actually moving a little bit at the front of the field, using a little bit different lane as caution waves for the 3rd time tonight. Go ahead, take a look at it. Alrighty, on the exit of turn 4, the 3 on the back of the 27, the 3 gets sideways in front of the field, able to lock her down. Everybody should be able to get around, and they do. Great save by Brandon. Not to come around in front of the field, come back up the track. Brandon with a solid save there down the front straightaway. We see him coming right at us. Didn't stop driving it, locked her down, and was able to get through it. So great driving from the driver from the 3, Brandon Bass, in that Cooley's barbecue scheme. But good work for him, able to keep it off the wall. Let's see if there's any strategy. Little bit now. That's going to be Brian and Jason coming down pit road. Possibly affect a little bit of damage, but also could take that set of tires, try to drive through this field, get those extra stage points. But already differing strategies, a few different now. Lapper Fred Lester, he's going to get his lap back. So good, perfect caution for him. Gets his laps back now. Tires going to cool down. We're going to go to lap 70 here. So when we get back running, about 15 laps to go. So how hard do you push is the factor. We saw Matt kind of started losing the back bumper of the 55. Wasn't able to get to him. A little bit slower. Not got the pace of it so far, but he was definitely up there at the start of that run. So maybe backed off, try to save. Could be a good strategy for him if that's exactly what he did. Joey Keneally also in that 3rd spot. See how much he wants it. So the top 5, Zach and Matt, they're both in this chat together. Joey and Kyle are in that same chat with them. So it's Clay, Joey, Kyle, Matt, and Zach all in a chat together currently at the moment. Chad Adams, part of Everett Motorsports. He's in the chat with Greg, his team owner, his car owner. So he's kind of on his lonesome around 4 cars. And then Adam Newton there in the 2, part of Spear Motorsports with Brian, Dean, Jason, and Tom. They're all in that same chat. Anthony, he's in the... Where's Anthony Lack? Let's see. He's in the Tennessee Tango with Mike Presley, and I believe that is not Colton. That is Cruiser. I'm not for sure who Cruiser is. I need to try to figure that out. I'm not sure. Oh, that is Chris 27. Chris Noblet. I believe that's how you say it. But he's there. So they're all in a chat together. Any comments in the for the video? Anybody got anything to say? Let's see what the chat's going. Monty, great broadcast. I'm running next week. Gonna do a 300 lap race since he hit 300 subs. I might, if it's not a bad idea. If I could get do we actually hit 300? Am I at 300 now? 301. Perfect. We hit it. So actually not a bad idea. I might actually do that. But we'll talk about it a little bit later on. I may have something special planned for that. We'll see. Have to come up with that. Maybe we get a good payout, $50 or something for a race. But all right. Coming back to the green for a restart. Pace car is going to pull in. Zach and Matt, front 2, whole race. They're still going to be leading it. So Zach fires back green. Very careful on the start. with the older tires. Joey, not a good restart. Spun him just a little bit. Chad's going to get to the outside. Can Chad clear him off of turn 2? He's still going to be out there, though. Chad Adams charging hard around the outside line like I talked about. If you're able to pinch him off, kind of keep him down, and get that good acceleration on the X in the corner, could be good. There is a little bit of contact off turn 4, possibly. Joey and Chad battling for the 3rd spot. Joey's going to be clear on the exit of turn 2. Now Kyle's to the inside of the 51. So outside line not coming into play so far for these drivers, at least at the front of the field. But they're trying to make something happen with it. Now Chad with a crossover. He's going to try to get back at Kyle now as there's a battle for the lead. Matt Frady on the back bumper of Zach now. A little bit spread out. Best battle on the track here is for the 4th spot. Kyle gets a nose on Chad on the exit of, or on the entrance of turn 3. Tried to get a good run off the corner. And I thought he was going to get a better run than that, but just didn't have the power and speed down the front straightaway. But Chad going to be able to clear for that 4th spot. But Kyle, think a little bit faster at the moment. Still on his back bumper, obviously. But he's doing a good job and able to stay right with him. A little bit of wiggle there from the 51, but everybody's doing a good job getting through it. Good battles on these restarts throughout the whole race. As Joey, as there's problems once again on the front straightaway. Go ahead, take a look at it. One stopped in turn 3 and 4. Not for sure who that was, but problems. Caution waits for the 4th time tonight. All right, let me try to get a better camera angle here. This is a really good camera angle. Let's check it out between the 22-18 here. 22 on the bottom of the racetrack. Makes contact with the left rear of the 18. 18 into the inside wall. Hard contact for the 18. A lot of nose damage there. Take a look. Can we get a view what happened there that last time? You see the 18 looks to the outside of the 27, not able to get there, tries to stay off of it, and then 22 gets to the inside of him, and he's at the bottom of the racetrack. More of a racing deal, just 22 went up just a tiny bit. 18 could have been a little bit higher, gave him a little bit more room, but just contact. 18 in the inside wall, not good for the 18. He's going to probably have to come down and use a fast repair on this caution, but he will stay out. So saving that fast repair possibly, but doing a good job making his way through it. When we get back on, it's going to be a few laps to go for the stage. We'll see if that 40 truck Matt Frady's able to get around him and get that extra point for Zach. All right, talking to race control there. That one, 22 EOL. All right, 22 got called for that one, so he made contact with the left rear of the 18. That spun the 18. That was the call from race control there, so 22 EOL He's going to start at the back, but we're going to be lights out this time. Should be good. Back going green on lap 67 when we get across the line. So pace car lights are out. 55.40 on the front row. 03.51, 25.2, 28, 27, 15.3. You're going to round out the top 10 for this restart. Place your bets. Who you think's going to win the end of stage number 2? It's going to come down to a good battle to the end. We'll see who's got the pace late in the race and who's got a challenge for the 55 of Zach. As pace car is going to round turn number 2, turn 4. Zach's going to fire back green for the finish of stage number 2. Matt with a good run around the outside line. See if he's able to hold it, trying to work that top line. See how good of a run he gets on the exit of the corner. Not as good of a run as he needed, not close. But the 51 going to have a dive on the 03. He's going to peek to the inside, getting into turn 3. Now the 51 to the inside of the 03 on the exit of the corner. Joey, good run. A little bit of contact there down the front straightaway. Now the 25, Kyle Keller's working the top, trying to get around the outside of the 51. Now they're going to single file out. Big gap here. Good battle throughout the field. 3 wide, closer to the back here. Major battles, major switching and slicing through the field later in the field. But we're coming to the finish of the stage. Who's going to be able to get it? Can Matt get to the back bumper of the 55? Closest battle is between these few out here, and a lot of good battling going on throughout the back here. But on the exit of turn number 4, looks like Zach is going to be leading it. He's going to win stage 2. So he's going to double up on those points, ends up winning the stage. But now, no more short runs. Unless, obviously, a caution, no more stages, nothing like that. So Zach wins the stage. We'll do an interview here with Matt in a minute. But it's been a race so far. Matt not had the speed to catch Zach. Possibly just waiting, biding his time. Joey doing a solid job there in P3. Chad did a great restart, getting around Kyle there. And a lot of cars battling throughout this race, but doing a good job. Not making too much contact, and it's been a good race. Really good race so far. So let's see how many cars come down pit road. So it seems like everybody's going to come down pit road. The 22, he's going to stay out. He's going to stay out. The 19's going to stay out. 19 try to get a lap back. He's not going to be able to. The 026, Brian Helm, he's going to stay out. So a lot of different strategies now. For you guys that we saw come on to the pits, that last caution, they're all coming down now. So we'll see who's going to win the race off pit road. Adam leaving pit road now. Possibly just took right sides for Adam. I don't know if that's going to work. Chris as well. Chad's going to have a great restart. Zach, not a good pit stop for Zach. He's going to lose a lot of time in the pit stop. Not what he needed to have happen. He loses a lot of spots, but Matt going to win the race off pit road, who the few I know took 4 tires. Not for if Chad did, but let's go ahead and get an interview here with Matt. Matt, do you got a copy?
Uh-huh.
Well, you end up P2 at the end of both stages. Not the needed 1 spot more to beat Zach, but doesn't seem like you got the pace tonight. What have you learned in the first 2 stages, and what are you going to try to apply heading into this final stage?
That I wish I had more practice time to learn this track better.
Well,
Mostly
Zach got in quick.
This stupid afternoon fuel thing they do.
Just
It's not
saving
fuel
tires
time,
mostly.
so I didn't get no fuel that whole time.
Kind of, I don't know. It's hard to pass here.
Yeah, but you have enough fuel to
So I mean, we'll see how it goes. Really.
Yeah, it's definitely been a different race. I interviewed Zach at the end of stage 1. He said that tire wear is kind of not a big factor, but with a 60-ish lap run here to the end, how much of a factor do you think that's going to come into play? And are you going to try to save tires? What's kind of your strategy for it?
Get up front so I ain't got to worry about the squirrels.
All right, well, Good luck. We'll see if you're able to get through the field. Obviously, Chad beat you on the end of pit road, so Chad going to be the new leader. At least I know for a fact on 4 tires. I think the other few cars stayed out a few different things. So
I don't
we'll
think
be
he took
watching.
4 tires with how
Did he?
quick he got out, but
Okay, so differing strategies. Okay, we'll see. But
You got
all right, I will be hopefully interviewing you here at the end.
alrighty.
Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you, thank you.
Matt Frady in a 40 truck. Hear him say, trying to get to the front of the field. Hopefully not have to worry about tires. Get by everybody and try to set the pace. But leaders going to be the 22 Colton and the 026 of Brian Helm on the front row. It's going to be Chris Snowblit, Chad Adams, Matt Frady, Kyle Keller, Joey Canelli, Zach, Anthony, Chris, Brandon, Jason, Mike, Fred, Bully, Adam, Clay going to round out the field. So a lot of cars to finish her off. We're going to get back running for 75 laps. Hopefully green to finish her off here at USA. Final stage. Let's get running, boys. 22 and 026 going to lead them back to the green. Here we go. Colton fires back green. Not a good restart for Chris Noble on the inside line. Now he's going to hit the inside wall hard. Back up the racetrack into the inside of the 40. 40 and 55 spin. 27 down into the 3. Problems. Big problems getting into turn number 1. That took out a lot of competitive race cars there. Let's take a look at it here at the end of this startless restart. 22 went. Everything fine on the front row with the restart, but Chad able to get clear on the 27. 27 didn't get a good restart. He checked up. Or actually, he ran in the back of the 51. Hard in the back of him. The 40 gets in the back of him. Nowhere for the 40 to go. 27 tries to lock it down. Back up the racetrack. Makes contact with the 40. Then 27 back down in front of the 3. The 03 is able to sneak by Joey Keneally, but problems there. Big problems. Back in front of the field, the 40, 55 spin. 15, he's going to make contact with the 55 in the door. Anthony, he's able to stop and get her slowed down. But big problems there for the 55, the 40. We heard Matt try to get up to the front, get around the squirrels, as he put it. And problems happen. Possibly a lesser experienced guy in the league. Back up the track. Yeah, just not the restart that needed. Possibly just lesser experience. Chris, a 1.9K IRacing driver, A-class, 3.1, as you see at the top of the screen, but just not the great restart. He gets, we'll see what the call is from race control here, but that's going to actually let the 19, though, what he needed to get his lap back. He's going to be good, but now Zach going to be a lap down. Hopefully able to get that spot back and get that wave around. Not able to come out of the pits in front of the field. Big problems there. We'll see what the call is there from race control. Don't see nothing going on much in the chat, but damage to the 51 now. Big damage for the 51 on the rear bumper. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's check it out from the nose cam of Brian here. We see a little bit of a wrinkle for Chad there. Decent size hole for well, about a truck, but he's got a lot of track position now. The only one that's closest to him, Kyle Keller, he's been battling with them most of the race. So those two, if they're able to get out front, those two are going to be battling it out for the win. But problems at the start of stage 3. 2 very fast cars. Zach, who's now a lap down, looking for a wave to get that spot back. And Matt Frady, who was able to stay on the lead lap. He's now to the back, use that fast repair. So now he's going to have to charge his way through the field. But if anybody's able to do it, I'm going to put my money on those two. Those two have been the front 2 all race. They're going to try to make the best of it to get through the field. We see Joe Keneally as well to the back, having to avoid that one. So not what they needed to have happen, as big problems getting into turn number 1. Bring out the 5th yellow of the night. Still new front row, new outside pole with the 51. 22 still going to be leader Colton on that inside line, but two four-tire cars on that outside line going to be trying to roll that top side. We'll see if they're going to be able to as pace car dips down pit road. 22.51 going to lead them back to the green. Colton fires, back green. A little bit of a spitting on the tire from the 22. Same restart, 27 not going to be able to get going through the gears, but now the 51 going to be clear on the 22, not going to slide in behind them. 25 barely clear on the 026. He was clear, though, getting back in the corner. Brian possibly showing his displeasure in the back of him just a little bit. Now Kyle's not going to be clear. Now he tried to file in behind the 22. Not going to work out for him here. Almost 3 wide on the exit of turn number 2. 3 wide for third there for a moment, but Kyle able to slip by. And now he's going to try to put on the pressure. Closest battle for the 4th spot. Here is a lot of cars going on the exit of the corner. Let's ride on board of the chopper and take a look at this while this is all going on. I know there's a battle for a lead going on, so let's actually take a look at that. Don't want to put these two out there. Chad up front leading it. We've seen this happen a few times this season, especially on a short track. Track pretty similar as Chad. Going to get a little bit loose on the exit of the corner. That's going to open up the door. Kyle to the outside now. Kyle Keller up to the top side. Can he roll the outside of Chad now? Chad lost the heartbreaker at Martinsville earlier this season. Led most of the race. The last closing laps. Zach was able to get to him. And at the line lost by 0.26 of a second. But now Kyle trying to work the outside line. Like I said, might happen. The outside line seemed to come in and on the exit of turn 2, Kyle Keller is going to take the lead on lap 86. Great move for Kyle to get to the lead. Now he's got to just race it smart. How aggressive does he push? He knows that some of his biggest competition throughout this race, the 55 and 40, are at the back of this field now. So they're trying to work their way through the field slowly and methodically. Obviously, Zach, unfortunately, a lap down, as well as Matt. So they're both a lap down. Joey, the only one that's on the lead lap, who was up there at the front kind of battling for it. So we'll see if they're able to get a yellow. Something may happen. Anything can happen here at these short tracks, but battle for the 5th spot between Jason and Colton. A little bit of a sideways moment for the 3. We see him hard on the throttle every time on the exit. He's burning up those rear tires. If I had to say in it, definitely using those tires more than I think he would like. But see out front, Kyle Keller starting to pull away by a decent margin on the front of the field as they're battling hard throughout it. Going to ride on board here with Matt Frady. He lets the 03 go by. Riding on board with the 40. Contact right in front of him. As I was trying to blow my nose there. Contact between the 03 and 17. Make contact. See what the call is. Race control. From race control. But caught that one on camera. And caution waves once again. Let's take a look at it. Let's see what the 03 saw from the right front. See, he's able to roll the corner on the new tires. Gets to the inside of the 17 on the apron. 17 looked like there came down, in my opinion, able to keep it up by the walnut. Anybody able to hit him, so not much more damage there. But we'll see what the call is from race control there. Take a listen on the different chats. Let's go and take a look what everybody's talking about strategy-wise.
Who just joined?
You don't want to know what I have to say.
You can do your best just to bounce out of here, bud, because there ain't no.
Hello. What's up? Talking strategy. We're just trying to make it through the field, bud.
Race control, do you got a copy?
Gotcha.
Well, what do you see on that one? What's the call there?
I'm going to say the 17 came down. I mean, I didn't see anywhere that the 03 could go on that. I mean, he was already basically on the apron.
That's what I saw. Luckily, was actually able to catch that live. Saw was on the right front and watching the 40 as that happened. So I guess a lucky break for a few guys there, able to get waves and stuff like that. I think who got the wave that time? Do you know?
Looks like Zach got it because he's
Zach?
back on the lead
Yes,
lap
he did.
now. Matt's still a lap down.
He came to pit road that time. I saw.
I was just back looking at that call, so I'm gonna EOL 17.
Well,
And
it's a different field and different players now at the front of the field. Brian, Kyle, able to get around Chad there. What do you think heading in these last about 50 laps, 85 possibly when we get back going? Who's your pick for the win?
well, I'm kind of curious to see if Zach can work his way up through the field from. He is in 12th, so I'm gonna hold out and say I think Zach can still do it, as long as he doesn't, get into some trouble.
Yeah, get caught up in problems. He's
Yeah.
definitely got the pace too. We'll see if he's able to. He's definitely got a lot of it. I know Kyle Keller obviously showed some speed and was able to get out front. But Joey there in 6th. I'm looking at Joey here.
Joey's been running good the whole race. So,
Joey was quick. He was able to stay out in front of Kyle for most of it, as kind of Kyle and Chad were battling a little bit there. But I'm looking at Joey. If he's able to get clear, make his way slowly, methodically, if we get a few yellows here and there, he's able to get through it. But I'm looking at Joey here. So we'll see.
And Joey's been running pretty clean, so that's good to see. But yeah, I think this will now get fun. Just keep your eye on Zach and Matt and see what they both do, because Matt is still a lap down. And just see if he can work his way up to the if they can both get back up to the front. And then Matt just needs another caution.
To get back on the lead lap. But back
Yeah,
green, Kyle's able to fire first. He gets a great restart, able to pull away from the field. I'll be back, race control, but good talk with you. Joey able to get clear there. He's going to get to the bottom line quick and early. He's going to slot down behind the 2. He's able to get down now, but gets by the 29. That's going to put him in the 5th spot. But Kyle Keller able to get a massive restart, pull away from the field. Great restart for him. Talked to him a little bit before the race. He's looking for a truck ride in real life. So if he's able to get that done, that would be really cool to see. Maybe get a real life truck driver in here. Obviously, he runs ARCA currently and does really good. Finished 5th there at Phoenix a few weeks ago. But looking at Joey here, if he's able to get around this 2 car, make a few more passes throughout the field. But now a lot of cars that the 55 and 40 have to get through. We saw the 51 pit that last time. He pitted on lap 92 as well as Jason. So if they took 4 tires there, that could come in a factor. That could help them a decent amount. But a little bit of a crunch getting to turn number 1. But they're working their way through the field on the new tires. It's a little bit loose. The 85, he's going to spin. That could be the caution, and it is the caution that the 40 needed to get back on the lead lap. 1 lap down on the field. He was in 16th heading into this caution. He's going to get his lap back. And now him and Zach are going to work their way through the field together. I believe Matt is a lucky dog. He is, but that's going to erase the lead that Kyle Keller had on the field. But Joey able to get another 2 spots there on that restart. We saw him get clear of Jason. Then got around Adam while we unfortunately weren't watching. Few different strategies. Let's see. Joey's going to be able to get to the 3rd spot after Brian comes down pit road. So he's going to come down pit road. Brian going to give up his 2nd spot. Maybe trying something. He knows, why not? He's not got the speed of Kyle there at the moment. Come down pit road, get some 4 tires. maybe it runs green all the way to the end. He's got the freshest tires and able to work his way through the field. Not for sure, but we just crossed lap 100 as we see Matt going around the pace car to get his laps back. But once again, want to shout out our sponsor for this race, Big Country Productions. Nick Seipel does editing, videos, and deals like that. Kind of puts them all in a highlight still. So we appreciate everything that Nick's done for the league and things like that. So if you want to check him out, Big Country on YouTube and Twitch, I believe. So go check him out. Always doing a good job with everything that he does for us and things like that. But thank you, Nick, once again for sponsoring this one. So, man, this is starting to getting down to it. This is gonna be fun. I don't know, Joey. We'll see if he's got the pace on Kyle Keller. Let's actually open up something that I don't think I've ever done before. The last few laps. So at the end of that run, 22.4, 22.4, and then the caution flew. So able to run a 23, 24, 24, 22, 2, 1, 5. So Kyle, a little bit faster than Joey. Obviously, Joey in traffic. So if Joey gets clear, able to get around Brandon possibly here on this restart, starting on the inside, we'll see how aggressive he gets, how quick his real speed is. But obviously Keller going, that could hurt him later in the race with him. I think they still have a set of tires if they do want to come down pit road, but the speed-wise just hasn't been much, as I accidentally put the ticker in the way, as you can see there at the bottom left-hand screen. About 96 to 98 is what we're looking at. So a 22.4, 22.4. Brandon also ran a 4.30, so right in front of Joey. So obviously Joey couldn't go much, but a 2.01 at the end of that last stage. Joey was at the start of the line, ran a 2, ran a 3, 4. So he was running consistent lap times. His fastest lap was an 0. Let's check what Kyle Keller's was. His was an 0 as well. So pretty similar on the laps, but they're going to double up here. We're going to get back running green for the restart. One guy to look out for, though, Matt Frady. He's able to work his way through the field. He's now on the lead lap once again. So he's looking to come back through the field. Zach as well. We'll be looking and have our eyes, one eye on them, one eye at the front of the field while we're getting ready for the restart. 45 laps to go when we cross the line. Kyle Keller, Brandon Bass on the front row. See what Kyle's able to do. Kyle fires back green. A little bit of a wiggle there for the 25. But Brandon with an okay restart, able to kind of stay to his outside here through turn 1 and 2. But Joey Keneally up on that bottom lane. See if he's able to stay with Brandon. Is Brandon going to be clear? No, not getting into turn number 3 at least. Good battling for the second spot. Obviously, Kyle going to try to take advantage of it. Try to pull away as much as he can. Kyle Keller's best friend right now is Brandon. Keeping Joey pinned down, and he won't there. A little bit of contact possibly between the 2 and the 3 there. The 3 doing a solid job holding up at the front of the field. Been getting loose and kind of spinning the tires. We see him make a few mistakes there on the exit of the corner as a few cars battling throughout the field. Here's the 55. Let's ride on board with the 55 for a few laps as he works his way through the traffic. Behind the 22 here. Going to get a good restart. Good drive off the corner. Now the 22 is going to be to the inside of the 29. Now Zach's going to cross over. He's going to get to the inside of the 29. We see how loose that 55 is. Sideways every time he thinks about touching the gas. Right there. He's just been not able to do it as caution flies again tonight. Caution flies once again. I think there's problems in turn number 1. Let's take a look down the front straightaway, try to get a better camera angle. We can. Looks like 17 and 026 make contact. 17 and 026 into the track. 18. luckily to get through it, kind of netco to there, so it worked out for Bully there. But sometimes netco works out for you. But a little bit of contact there. Let's take a look kind of from a chopper cam and see if we can see who moved more and what the call is from race control. I believe looks like the 17 came down. Yeah, 17 came down on him. Like I said, Brian pitted on 109, not what he needed to have happen. Not going to be able to take advantage of those new tires, but we'll see who's going to come down pit road, if anybody. See the 25, 18, they're going to come down pit road, but everybody going to stay out. Track position seems to be the best part so far. Let's go ahead, try to get an interview here with Joey Keneally in the 03. Joey, do you get a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, doing a good job here at the moment. Are you guys coming to 2 to go or 1 to go?
We're still pacing.
Okay, cool. So I wanted to ask you a few things. Obviously, you got your buddy in front of you, Kyle Keller. Obviously, you help him in real life, and he helps you guys a lot. But he's an ARCA driver, and you got a chance to be an ARCA driver tonight. What are you going to try to do to get around him, and what's your plan?
Definitely getting a good start, keeping the tires a little bit cool, not spinning them. But definitely keeping a consistent pace, and hopefully we can get to his bumper and get around him.
Yes, sir. Well, you've been doing a good job of it so far. You've showed some speed, able to get through the traffic, kind of got a little bit lucky with Zach and Matt having problems there on the restart. We saw you pretty much get caught up in it, was at the back, worked your way through the field. Now you're up into P2. What are you thinking here? Are you going to try to back off to about last 10, 15 laps if you're able to and not too much pressure out back and then try to get Kyle? Or are you going to try to get around him here on this restart and try to manage the gap and pull away from him?
Yeah, I think the first 5 laps are going to be the most valuable right here. Try and see if I can keep with him. But if I can't, definitely saving a little bit of tire until the end, and hopefully we can make a move.
Alrighty, well, you're doing a good job of it, and we'll be watching. But good luck the rest of the way. Looking for your first win of the season.
Thank you.
Joey Keneally doing a solid job of it right now. Kyle Keller, do you got a copy?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Well, doing a good job of it. Obviously, you got a guy behind you who's your buddy. You help him in real life, and a kid that looks up to you a lot. So what are you looking for heading into these last few laps? I'll try to make it quick because I know that you guys are coming back to the green this time.
I've been riding. I know that Chad guy went in for tires behind me, so I've just been riding, trying to save as much tires as I got, and sucks for Weapon and Matt and all them, so I'm just, I'm riding to see if I can have enough energy at the end.
Well, you're doing a good job of it. You're going to have some competition in these last few laps, so good luck. Hopefully be interviewing you in Victory Lane later tonight.
Cool, thanks, man.
Kyle Keller out front leading it. We're coming back to the restart here. No EOL on that last one. Just a little bit of contact, more of a racing deal, but front row, they're going to fire back green for the restart. Kyle gets a good restart, able to clear. Joey going to get down in front of the 2, heading into turn number 1. Well, here Kyle mentioned the 51, Chad Adams. He pitted there on that restart. He last pitted on lap 92. Joey on 78, Kyle on 72. So Chad with the new tires going to try to fight way around the outside. High side hustling. He's going to hopefully be clear. Getting into turn 1, he won't. Adam fighting back hard on the inside line. Chad hoping to clear. He will down the back straightaway. Chad into P3. He's able to get down, but here he comes. Zach looking to make something happen. Late race charge to the field. He's moving into the 6th spot. And Matt struggling, not got the speed tonight that he's had all season, at least on the 1.5 miles. A little bit of contact happens in front of him. He's trying to work his way through this field as caution waves once again. Whoa. It's starting to heat up. Positions are changing every other lap, it seems like. Caution waves problem on the exit of turn 4. Let's take a look at it. 85.026, make contact. 026 gonna spin across the nose of the 85. 85 gonna lock her down, try not to hit him. Gonna spin out in the grass, but able to keep her going. Good job for most of the field to get by, but contact between the 85 and 026. Make contact. Brian gonna end up spinning. Unfortunate. We've seen him show a lot of speed most of the night. He's got quick laps, but just not been able to fight his way through the back to the front of the field, and just been caught up in a lot of problems. Had the strategy, just not what he needed to have happen tonight. But oh boy, a lot of different strategies. A few guys who are closer to the back. We see Anthony, Clay gonna come down pit road, Chris, Mike as well. They're all gonna come down pit road, take some 4 fresh tires, possibly a faster pair, and they're gonna try to charge back through the field as we're getting going through it. This has been a barn burner most of tonight. I don't know what else to say. It's definitely been an exciting one. But Kyle Keller out front, Joey Keneally, kid that looks up to him a lot. But they both help each other. They're at Madera Speedway and late models and things like that. They race each other. I believe they race each other, possibly at the bull ring. But yeah, those two, obviously buddies. So we'll see how aggressive they get late in the running in this one. But Chad looking for his first one of the season. Like I mentioned earlier, heartbreaker. Wasn't able to get Martinsville, one of his favorite tracks, but he's looking to get it done. Pitted on lap 92. I think everybody's pretty much made their bed if we're at the front of the field. I think it's too late to come down pit road. I don't think it's available if you're going to come down pit road now, especially if you're at the front of the field. Even if you got the speed, I don't think it's going to be vital for you to come down pit road. Kind of make your bed, and Chad's got a maid that made his bed, and she made it perfect because he's made his way through the field with as little problems as possible. Got the freshest tires, at least 20 laps, about we'll say 15 laps fresher than Joey, and exactly 20 on Kyle, if my math is correct, and when they all took tires and things like that. So Chad in the best position, I'd say, at the moment. Jason pitted on the same lap as Chad. He's in 6th. So if he'll be restarting 5th on the inside, but if he's able to get clear, we'll see. We'll see how aggressive they get, how hard they race. Obviously, still 30 laps to go. So we'll see. Tires could still come to play. If you burn them up, could be the cost of it. But Chad doing a solid job working his way through the field. It's going to be Kyle and Joey leading them back to the green. Gonna crank her up here and let y'all listen for this restart. we've seen the last few laps. Chad on the back bumper of the 03. Chad just got to be patient with it. Saw the 03 driving in pretty deep there and made a mistake, washed up the track a little bit. Chad obviously able to roll the center better. Possibly a bumper on one of the exits could help him out, but he just got to be patient, wait for the mistake as caution waves once again. That's going to give Chad another restart, another chance to try to get around Joey, but caution waves once again. One on pit road, another one stopped in turn 1. So problems happening late here as let's take a look at it here. The 19 and 28 make contact getting in a turn 1. The 28 is going to go around in front of the field. 19 tried to stay off him. 15, 29 not able to check up in front of him. And problems happen late once again. We'll see who's going to come down pit road, if anybody. But this has been a race for the ages. This could get entertaining. And my bet is it will. We see Chad at the front of the field on the newest tires. He's been working the back bumper of the 03, but Chad closing in. Going to be 20 laps to go next time by under yellow. But he's got not enough time. If he's got to get around Joey, he's got to get around him now. But I'm going to take a quick break and be back in a moment. We're back from a little bit of a break. Let's go ahead and take a look at the field as it runs now. So Kyle Keller in the 25 out front leading. Been dominant most of the race. Able to be out front and lead quite a few of the laps late in the running after the problems between Matt and Zach 03. Joey Keneally, little bit, wouldn't say quicker, as we've seen the last few laps on these green flag runs. Hasn't been quicker than Kyle, but definitely showing speed. Chad Adams, last few laps under green, has ran the few fastest laps of the race. Adam Newen, one of the guys who stayed out and on the oldest, or on the same set of tires that Kyle is on, but doing a good job holding there. And we'll see if he's got anything for it. Maybe a late race surgence, but the guy that we've been kind of keeping our eye on slowly but surely, the 55, Zach Zaudiver and Matt Frady. They both made their way back into the top 10. Once again, top 7. So we're going to have to watch them here on this restart and see what they're able to do. If they got anything, they're going to have to use it quickly and get back to the front of this field. But we're going to be ready for the restart here. It's going to be just under 20 laps to go to decide a winner here at USA. Kyle and Joey on the front row. Pace car pulls off. Kyle in the restart zone. Kyle fires. Back green. A little bit of a wiggle there for Joey. The right slip up that Chad needed to be able to get to the inside of him. Can Joey fight hard around the outside? Not going to be able to get clear with Chad still on his nose. So Chad's going to try to fill the hole. He's going to get to the inside of Joey now. Joey on the outside going to get freight train. That moves Chad up to P2, and they're wrecking just out back the 40 in front of the field. Contact. Big contact in front of the field. One up and over on the front straightaway. Problems. The 40 upside down. Rut-row, Raggy. Let's take a look at it on the exit of turn 4. 83-40. Just contact between them at the exit of the corner, and then no one able to check up the 3. Tries to shoot the gap, doesn't check up. Wasn't able to do it. The 17 doesn't lift. Ran right in the back of the 27. That's going to flip the 40 car over in front of the field. Matt, not needed. And 22 actually able to get through that. Able to stop, get through, but 40 up and over in front of the field. Let's try to take a better look at this. If we're able to go with the gearbox cam. Take a look. See the 2 up by the wall. Just contact. 83 gets in the right rear of the 40. That spins him around in front of the field. 83 able to get by. Then everybody not able to check up in time. Let's ride on board with the 22 as he tries to maneuver his way and get through this wreck. See him wrecking in front. 29 checks up in front of him. 17 not able to slow down in time. He sees them all wrecking. Just tries to come to a complete stop. Looking in the eyes of the 40, but able to sneak his way through and get through the traffic. The 19, he had to stop as well. Let's go back and take a look at that. See what he saw from his perspective. So he's right behind the 026, checks up in time, obviously part of the teammate with the 40, but not going to get a good view. A little bit of contact there with the door of the 28, but able to keep her going, so no harm, no foul there. But we're going to line them back up and be ready for this restart. Hopefully can go green the rest of the way. Have problems late in the running in this one, but we'll see if anybody's able to get around and who's going to go where. We'll see, but man, this could definitely be one to watch out for. Let's check the comments. See, they're going to double up this time. It's going to be 10 laps to go when we cross the line. Any new comments? Doesn't look like it, but all right, place your bets. One car out, the 03, I believe, pitted that last time. Joey Canilli, he did. He pitted on 135. So Joey to the back. No. Joey, I don't know about that strategy call, bud. Matt, I'm not sure if that's going to work out for you, but we're going to watch and see if it's able to. Restart on lap 138. Pace car pulls down the front straightaway. Chad and Kyle back green. Great restart for the 51, but an even better restart for the 25. 51 still going to get clear, though, on the newer tires. Let's see. Does Chad have a challenge? He does. Gets a good run there. Sees the traction difference. What does Chad do? How does he get around him? Does he have the speed to do it? A little bit loose for Kyle there. Feeling the pressure. Kyle going to get loose getting into turn number 1. That's going to open up the door for the 51. The 51 to the inside. Battle for the lead with 10 laps to go. Gets to the inside. Kyle Keller, Chad Adams, looking for their both of their first wins of the season. Kyle, his first race in the Truck Series, looking for it. Chad, first win of the season. Chad's going to clear on the exit of turn number 2. Chad on the newer tires, able to get clear. Can he hold off everybody? Charging hard for him. Kyle, can he get back to him? We'll see how aggressive he gets if he's able to. But Chad just got to keep her nice and calm, start to pull away as Adam Newton trying to work the back bumper of Kyle Keller. But Kyle, you see how hard he's driving it deep into the corner, but somehow able to get it rotated every time. He's loose on the exit of the corner, burning up those rear tires. He's loose on entry now, but he's rolling the center, able to get to the back bumper of him. How hard does he drive it in to try to get there? Chad still looking for his first win of the season. Has had so many chances, just not got the luck his way. Kyle trying to come in and assert his speed and dominance and show that he can run up with the big guys. 5 laps to go after Chad gets to the line this time. Does Kyle have anything for him? Has he used too much tire? We heard him say he hasn't been saving a lot with when Joey was just behind him. They were kind of just both riding, so not using them a ton, but 20 lap old compared to Chad definitely could be a downfall. A little bit further back with the 55, he's making his way back through the field. He's behind his teammate in the 19, the 026, Clay, looking, he's also on the bubble. So he's trying to get as many points as he can later in this race. But Chad, been so good most of the season, always running top 5. And when he gets out front or in the top 2, just hasn't had the luck to go his way to win one of these truck races. And now looking to finish her off. 3 laps to go. New paint scheme, I might add, Chad. I think newer paint scheme. I think he ran it last week as well. So one spinning on the exit or entry of turn number 3. We're gonna have a caution, and it's gonna be a green, white, checkered finish to finish it off. Getting into turn 3. Let's take a look. 026. Brian Helm, Zach, they make contact. We'll see what the call is from race control. Hard hit for Brian. Was running up in the 7th spot, if my math is correct. Trying to come down. Zach drove in a little bit deeper and was there enough where they made contact. Brian going to hopefully get back running, but not what Brian needed. Not had good luck all race. But now the restart to happen. We'll see who's going to be able to get back to the front of the field. And can Chad hold him off? Kyle, we saw how good he was. Kind of at the start of the run. When Chad finally got clear, Kyle changed how he driving, drove her in deeper, and was able to kind of roll the to Chad's back bumper. Just hasn't didn't have the kind of late run speed. You saw the tires kind of get hot, but now there's caution. Everybody's tires are going to cool. Tire wear could come a factor again. We'll see if Kyle maybe backed off the last few, hoping for a yellow. But we'll see if Kyle has anything for Chad. Chad's had a solid race. Strategy played into his favor so far. His crew chief, Greg Everett, spotter as well. So Chad, we'll see. Let's go ahead and see what they're able to do. Last week's winner, Greg, his car, the 75 Nick Seipel, who sponsoring this race, not able to make it tonight, but he ended up winning last week. So they were both able to finish, and now they got a chance to repeat. But Chad out front, Kyle Keller second, Adam Newton in third. Well, I need to mention under this yellow, as we're closing in on the last run of the race. Monday night, it's going to be late model stock league. We got a new late model league starting up, so looking forward to that, as I believe they're coming one to go. So Monday nights is going to be late model stock cars. The late models going to have a few big races thrown in there. Earl Wendell is going to be first race of the season, so that one's going to be exciting. Short track action all season long. 12 race schedule to decide a champion. We'll see who's going to come out on top of that. But Chad and Kyle Keller. Chad Adams, Kyle Keller, Adam Newton, Jason Spear, Fred Lester to decide the finish. Race number 14 going to come down to a green, white, checkered finish. And also closing in on the end of the regular season. So Chad looking for this first win of the season. Kyle looking to put on a show. Who's going to come out on top? Pace car pulls down pit road. Chad into the box. Chad fires. He gets a good restart. Kyle's going to be clear, though. As they're wrecking on the front straightaway already. Big wreck in front of the field. 03 hard in the wall. Back in front of the 29. Stays green. No, it will not. Caution waves once again. So caution going to fly once again. Take a look. What happened on that restart? I believe that started kind of around the 22. Let's take another look at it. 22, try to get going, and got in the right rear of the 85, hooked him, and it was on from there. Everybody not able to slow down. 03 tried to shoot it. Joey Keneally not able to get through, and they wrecked big just behind them. That one was on the 85, or that one was on the 22 there. More than likely, we'll see what the call is from race control, but 22 turned the 85 there in front of the field. All right, we're going to double up this time and try to decide a winner once again. So Kyle Keller on the outside in the 25. Chad Adams in the 51 on the inside. Who's going to be the victor? Hopefully to be sighted now. Green, white, checkered. to complete this race. And for a short track battle, can't get any much better than this. Chad Adams, Kyle Keller, Adam Newton, Jason Spear, and Zach has found his way back up to the front of the field. Pace car down pit road. Chad fires. We're back green. Kyle with a great restart. Can he hold it around the outside line? He's going to get down. He's going to use the bumper. He's going to get it into the back of the 51. Kyle in the back of the 51. 51 up the track. Big wrecking back of the field. They spin. 51 able to save it. Major, major problems getting through turn 1. Caution flies once again. Let's see how it all started here. On the restart, Kyle was able to get down behind the 51 and just gets in the back of him. Gets him up the hill. Chad, not much he could do. Great save on the wall, but nowhere for the 19. Chad to go. Brian Helm, nothing that they could do about it. We'll see what the call is from race control there. But Kyle into the back of the 51, racing so clean earlier. Kyle knew if Chad got clear, he was pretty much going to be gone, and saw an opportunity and took it. That spun the 51 in front of the field. We'll see what the call is from race control. And it's going to be another green-white checkered. We'll see. I believe the call is from race control. It's going to be the 25 EOL. So Kyle Kaler dropping to the back. Could have costed Chad a win. More than likely did. Chad being so quick all race. But now the new story. Zach, the last 2 races has found so much unluckiness the last 2 weeks. And has had to come from the back, and now he's going to try to do it again, see if he's able to finish it off. Adam, he's also lost at Chicagoland to his teammate Brian Helm at Chicagoland in a fuel mileage race. Wasn't able to get it done there, but he's going to try to get her done once more. But a heartbreaker for Chad. Like I said, most of the race, just late race scenarios, caution flies. Just luck doesn't go his way, and it showed once again. But man, not a good way for Chad to hopefully. I mean, he still got a chance at it. Never say never, but definitely lost a lot of spots there after turn 1. So pace car lights should be going out next time. All right, completely new front row for this restart. 55 and 2. Final time to decide a winner. I believe if caution flies, it's over. So, who is going to be out front when the caution flies? 55 and 2. Adam Newton in the 2. Zach in the 55. Jason and Fred Lester just behind them. It's going to be a green-white checker finish. Adam fires, spins the tires just a little bit. Zach's going to be to his outside, though. What's going to happen? Getting in turn number 1. A little bit of contact at the back of the field. The 2's going to get clear. No yellow. Everybody rolling out at the back. We get to the white. It's over. White flag for Adam Newton. Can he hold off Zach through turns 1 and 2? down the backstretch for the final time. Zach to the outside. Same move he pulled at Martinsville. Can he get it done? Bumper to the back of the 2. Can he get there? Another shot. Not going to be able to do it. Adam Newton's going to win it at USA. Adam Newton able to hold off Zach in the last few laps. What a finish. And as you can see in the bottom left, the biggest mover, Adam Newton. 16 spots at the start of this race. Came down to kind of an endurance race and making it through the field, but did a good job of that. He brings her home for Spear Motorsports in that number 2 machine. Let's try to get an interview with him now. Adam, do you got a copy? Adam, are you there?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, green, white, checkered finish. You're able to hold off Zach to get the victory. Congratulations. Talk to us what you thought those last few restarts and how were you able to get that one done?
I don't know, and I'm still enjoying it. God almighty. Man, I'm speechless. Damn. It's hard to win in this series. There's some fast guys, but patience and just tire management, man.
Yeah, we saw you on one of the older sets of tires most of the race and just didn't have the really raw speed of a guy like Chad who pitted 20 laps older or later than you, but definitely was there at the end, put yourself in a perfect position, and came home with the win. So congratulations on that one. What were you thinking heading into turn 3 with Zach on your back bumper and those last few laps with Zach right behind you?
I knew he was going to bump me. He had hit me earlier in the race. I was just hoping he didn't. I mean, I felt the truck wiggle and just held it, and I'm glad it stuck. And wow, I'm stoked, man.
Well, congratulations. You parked that number 2 machine in victory lane. One last thing before I let you go. Who would you like to thank for this win?
I want to thank my teammates, Jason, Brian, Tom Lester, Dean just said, and thank y'all for allowing us to be in this league. And thank you for doing the broadcast, man. And I also want to thank one of my sponsors, Mama June's Relish. If you like relish, it's awesome stuff. Put them on hot dogs, eggs, everything else. Go check it out. She's one of my sponsors. Awesome person, Pam Pittman. And thank you again, guys.
Yes, sir. No problem. It was a fun one to watch. Thank you for putting on a show those last few laps. And congratulations on the first win. A few more races into playoffs. I don't know if you're able to make it, but good momentum for these next few races.
Yeah, it is.
Well, congratulations. End up getting her done here at USA.
Awesome.
Oh, one last thing, actually, before I let you go. Since the race is over, at the start of the season, we did a spin the wheel of what races were going to be money races, and this race was a money race. So you're going to have 25 extra dollars. So you end up winning this one. So congratulations on that one. But this was a money race. So Doug should be getting you the information with all that. And, yeah, should be good.
Awesome. That's cool.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
So congratulations.
Yeah.
Adam Newton able to get her done there. Once again, not what almost had to this season. His buddy Brian kind of took one for him a few races ago at Chicagoland, but the last few laps was a barn burner. Let's go ahead talk to Zach now. If I can find him. I don't think Zach is actually in the chat anymore. Zach is gone, so I'm not going to be able to interview him. Jason Spear able to interview him, so let's go ahead. Jason, you got a copy? Jason, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I got you.
Well, your buddy, teammate won. You come home P3. A great race for Spear Motorsports and your team. Talk to us about those last few restarts, what you were thinking, and how you were able to come home P3.
Yeah, congratulations to Adam on his win. And we didn't even have a clue there was any money on it until he come down and told us. But that's pretty daggone cool. it was a good race. Man, there was a lot of hard battles out there, tight racing. You had to be real careful and make sure you didn't pinch people down to the bottom. And then if you're inside on the straightaway, you don't want to get somebody too close to the wall because you're trying to watch the truck to the inside and the wall, and it's just hard to do. And it's easy to make an error, but a lot of fast competition out there overall. A lot of cautions, a lot of wrecking attitudes, but except for that, it was some pretty damn good racing.
At USA, we did a test before the season, and it always definitely puts on a show. So it was a fun one. Obviously, short tracks, tempers are going to flare. But tonight, a lot of cautions there at the end. But you ended up coming home P3. Solid job at it. Who would you like to thank for coming home P3?
Well, I want to thank the league. It's an awesome place to run here, and it's really cool to go back and watch your races. And you for broadcasting it. Really appreciate the job you do. It's a good job. And my team, we practice. We work on the radio. We try to work up strategies and different things. So I couldn't really do it without my team. That's Adam, Brian, and Fred. All three of them. It's key to have a good team to work off of, and and I want to thank my dad. He's got a little issue he's battling right now, and we about got it behind us, hopefully. So I just want to tell him that appreciate him being strong and hanging in there to the end, and wish him good luck on that. Appreciate him watching me. I think he's probably watching tonight too.
Well, that's a cool deal right there. And get well, Jason's dad. Hoping the best for you. But congratulations, come home P3 tonight. P3 tonight. So good job on that. Good momentum heading into these next few races. Looking forward to seeing you next week.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you interviewing us, and I hope everybody enjoys watching this race after now that we're done.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna definitely. I usually go back and watch them during the week and make sure my broadcasting was all right. But tonight felt pretty good, so felt good with it. So congratulations, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well, off of Barn Burner, the last few laps, Chad with a heartbreaker. Zach, monstrous drive through the field, trying to get it in the last corner, but wasn't able to do it. And Adam Newton comes off of turn 4 to be the victor. So awesome job for Adam. He's able to get her done. Want to thank Nick for sponsoring Big Country Productions. So go check him out. I'll link his go check him out on YouTube and Twitch. So if you guys got any questions with that, go ahead and message him. He does great work and things like that. Does all the videos for the league and things like that. So go check him out. Always like watching him and what he does with it. So thank you, Nick, for sponsoring, and we will see you guys in the next one. Next week, next Tuesdays, the next truck race, race 16, is the last race of the playoffs. So we got 2 more till playoffs, and then it is playoffs, and then next Monday's late models. So make sure you guys are showing up for that. That's going to be fun, short track racing, week in and week out. So looking forward to that one. So if you guys enjoyed this one, please leave a like, subscribe. See you guys in the next one.